Silver is older than the Earth itself. It's hard to imagine, but all of the elements of Earth were present before Earth, and it's the solidifying of these elements that created Earth. Be it by a creator or chance, well, that's a topic for another video. As today, we lovers of silver, we holders of a pure element formed before the Earth, get to feast our eyes on a coin that seems just as distant in this Dunkleosteus coin from the Democratic Republic of Congo. It is an extremely low mintage coin with a favorable price point. As is tradition, we will learn a little bit about the featured focus of the coin as well as ascertain the relevance culturally to the host nation, which is, in this case, the Democratic Republic of the Congo. This is my third coin in this series, highlighting the infamous creatures of our past. We have covered the Parasaurolophus, the Liopleurodon, and now the Dunkleosteus, which is one of the most terrifying creatures in the history of the world. The Dunkleosteus lived in the Devonian period, roughly 350 million years ago. This was a huge transition time as almost all animals were sea-bound. The world was ruled by the waters, and the Dunkleosteus was king. The Earth looked much different in these days. Earth, like today, was mostly water. The land was broken in fragments of larger land forms. This was the time of fishes. We saw the uprising of a familiar friend in prehistoric sharks, as well as the emergence of tetrapods, which in the last stages of the Devonian period would have taken to land, exchanging fins for feet. The Dunkleosteus was a unique creature of nightmare. It was a placoderm, which means its skin was plated. Even the eyes were plated. Experts believe, based on biophysics, that the jaw, which, by the way, had sharp-plated segments instead of teeth, could open and close at an alarming speed, making a vacuum, just like largemouth bass or grouper use to catch their prey today. Unlike our current fish friends, this vertebrate also has an estimated bite force stronger than any creature on record, according to some estimates. This combination means that even armored decapods, ammonites, and trilobites would have been severed in two before they even knew they were hunted. The Dunkleosteus was extremely fast and was one of the first large vertebrates. There is some debate in the size, is that all that's been found in the fossil record as of current times are the plated skull parts of the front of the body, but experts believe this creature would have been anywhere from 16 to 30 feet long when it was fully grown. I know the movie Jaws was scary, as most of us identify the horrors possible in shark attacks, but this creature would make Jaws look lame. Its speed, bite force, and defensive plating make it to be one of the most terrifying creatures in all of Earth's history. But does that mean this coin is right for your collection or stack? Well, let's place it on our 60-point scale to see if this bullion coin is worth fishing for. When we look at the front of this fantastic coin, we are met with a coat of arms of the Democratic Republic of Congo. I go over the symbology at length in other videos, so I'll honor your time by just saying that I have always loved the culture present in African coats of arms. They tell so much about a nation, and the layout is fantastic. The only qualm I have with this depiction is I always feel a simple mirrored background could easily be elevated with just a touch of texture. This is a fine representation, but it is not the quality of, let's say, a Perth Mint standard. It scores a 7. When we flip to the reverse, we are met with our fantastic flesh-eating fish of formidable force. I love this series in so many ways. We of course see Dunkleosteus in frame with amazing textures and clarity. The bubbles around him are beautiful and actually are rather important to the tale of Dunkleosteus. With the absence of creatures on land and the boom of plant life, we have the combination that led to one of the mass extinction events leading to the demise of Dunkleosteus. Nature is about balance, and the overproduction of plant life and nothing to keep it in check led to oxygen levels in the ocean plummeting, killing many of the species in the water, but also creating a need that made it possible for tetrapods to flee the water and start living on shore, which some say eventually led to us. As you can see, this coin tells so much about the world we live on. What is more is our reverse also has a timeline reference. This is a pre-dinosaur age and is why you do not see the Cretaceous, Jurassic, or Triassic or any other reference points you might be familiar with. I love it when art on a coin tells so much more than just a basic story. This scores a 10. The next chapter we cover is Mintage, and this should perk your ears. This prehistoric series is an Apmex exclusive, so if you want one, Apmex is where you should look, which reminds me, I have an affiliate link that I hope you would consider using as it really helps out my channel at no cost to you. It's in the description below. The mintage on this coin is very low at 10,000 and it scores a 9. Cultural significance is next. One of the things I hate most is when a nation issues a coin that has little or no cultural significance to its people. Luckily, the Dunkleosteus is from a time where not only were there no nations, there was not even an Africa. What is better is that the Dunkleosteus was found all over the expanse of seas surrounding what would be coastlines. We know this because specimens of the skull have been found throughout the world. You see, in the Devonian time, there were no ice caps, so sea levels were extremely high, meaning that now with recessed seas, many nautical fossils are possible to be found on land. This all being said, Dunkleosteus is significant to all nations and people. It scores a 10. Now we talk about collectability. This is an extremely low mintage coin. It hosts a very high demand theme in prehistoric life, though I must admit it's not one of the highly known species like Tyrannosaurs or Stegosaurus. It also has the double-edged sword of being an Apmex exclusive, meaning unless you comb Apmex weekly, you're probably not to know this exists. This being said, I need to score it a 7. Uniqueness is our last category. As mentioned earlier, Dunkleosteus is not well known like a Tyrannosaur, which means it has not been used in coinage. In fact, this is the only example I could find of Dunkleosteus on any coin ever, which makes me feel very happy to have one. That means this scores a 10 for uniqueness, and it brings us to our final thoughts and score. Dunkleosteus lurks across the line at an elite 53 out of 60, hosting a strong design, low mintage, and holding the only coin with a Dunkleosteus in existence, to my knowledge, pushed this coin to the highest level of elite status. This being said, I think this coin is right for all people of all backgrounds. It tells such an amazing story and was around to see the first tetrapods take the land. I cannot imagine what it would be like to see the moment that forever shaped history. Thank you as always for watching, and thank you to our channel members for your support. And with that, please remember to stay classy and current with the culture of currency.